My name is Julia Ziskin. I'm bringing this interview to you today from the guest house of Kolator. We're situated in Karnei Shomron, which is in the Bible heartland of Israel. There is a worldwide phenomena which is causing a great deal of controversy today. And it's controversy not only between the Christian religious establishments, but also between believers of this phenomenon themselves. This has become known as the Hebraic Restoration Movement, or commonly known in the past as the Jewish roots of Christianity. Millions of New Testament believers all over the world are leaving their churches, and they're joining small groups of like-minded people. They belong nowhere. The Christians say that they're Jews, and the Jews regard them as Christians. And this is causing an identity crisis amongst them. And to the church themselves, it's a huge problem because they're losing parishioners. People who they've had coming to their churches for many years. We have with us today the author of a recent book publication, Jewish Secrets Hidden in the New Testament. Rabbi Avraham Feld is an Orthodox rabbi from Jerusalem. From an early age, he was intrigued with the subject and has done many, many years of research. He's highly recognized in the Hebraic Restoration Movement. Rabbi Feld, you say in your book that you do not believe in the Messiah of the New Testament, whom you address by the general title that who was known by in the time, the Nazarene, and that you do not accept even the authenticity of the New Testament at all. How come you write such a very positive book of over 400 pages about the New Testament and the Messiah that it presents?
Julie, but it says the Jewish secrets. If I tell you, it won't be a secret. Loose lips sink ships. But I'll tell you anyhow. When I was a lad, my friends gave me, fellow kids, all kinds of missionary reach-out literature. And I noticed there was a great deal of Jewish content and values that were giving them their inspiration, their hope, their joy. They were being nourished by these Jewish values within their text, but had been confused by church doctrines. Many religions are nurtured by their Hebrew roots. And all the Messianic literature has a common denominator being redemption. Redemption means, according to the Hebrew roots of Christianity, the reestablishment of the 12-tribe kingdom of Israel. So has nothing to do with me. It's the fact that our prophets and sages have indicated, they describe the religion that our lost tribes will have at the end of the days, and it sounds exactly like Christianity, that they will be coming out of at the end of days. And God is using this as a tool to bring people back to himself and back to his Torah. So this Hebrew root phenomena is nothing less than tens of millions of people getting in tune with the Jewish values and Jewish roots of their own book of faith. And this is igniting a whole new revolution, moving back to the ancient ways, to the Torah that God gave to humanity through the Hebrew people. So there are tens of millions of Gentiles waking up to Hebrew roots. This is preparing them for a new world, a better world. At the same time, this is the means that God has chosen to reach out to the lost Hebrews, to the lost 10 tribes, and lost Judah who went into captivity millenniums ago. Through the Hebrew roots of Christianity, these lost Hebrews, lost Israelites, lost Jews in captivity are waking up that there's such a thing as a Torah that was given, and it's real, and it's beautiful, and it speaks to them, and they need to relate to it.
So the concept of the future, this question of the future, is very popular now with mankind, with many, many questions.
If there's no past, there's no future. You can't have a tree and branches without roots. So this work produced by Call of Torah gives insights into biblical prophecies and history to guide us right now. The past has now become the future. We're entering an age of turbulence, of trials and tribulations. Through this work, you can avoid landmines, pitfalls, and you'll be in tempo and step. And you can dance with the music of a new messianic age of revolutions that are coming forward right now, as we're speaking. And that's what it's all about. Looking at the past, you can understand what's going to be happening now and in the future. It's like weather forecasting, but more accurate.
Very interesting. Interesting to hear how you put this over to the people out there. So we'd like to hear a little bit more about the book. Why do you think this is a must-read? Why do you feel that everybody who is looking for the answer should read your book?
In this work, we address misunderstandings amongst people who are involved in this dynamic, fantastic, incredible phenomena. Just one little example. The Hebrew roots of Islam would show you that the Quran claims that God gave the land of Israel to the children of Jacob, that there's supposed to be a third temple. And those Jews are the ones that are going to have to be the ones to work in it. And that there'll be an ingathering and a reestablishment of the kingdom. This neutralizes suicide bombers and creates an atmosphere of tolerance and mutual understanding. But when it comes to the Hebrew roots of Christianity, which are so very rich, it's even more important to us personally, because we can see that our own tribers are going to be coming out of what it seems to be Christianity at the end of days. And through those Hebrew roots within them, people will be coming to this revolutionary understanding of the Torah. How do you read a book? From the back page first or the first page first? So you need to go through the whole Hebrew, 24 books of the Hebrew Bible, understanding as the Hebrews did, with oral written Torah, to be able to understand what they believe is their truth. And many Christians don't get it, that those Jewish messianic groups before the temple, they were basically Orthodox Jews who basically believed in rabbinic and the safeguards, the rabbinic and the oral Torah. If you understand the New Testament properly, that's what you'll see. And again, we don't go to great lengths to convince people, but merely to let them understand what they've been praying from and holding so precious to their hearts for so long, is full of historic Jewish values. And we also address the obstacles along the way. How you can prepare yourself for this return. How you can avoid the terrible things that might, God forbid, happen now in these end of days. And how you can identify yourself in your own feelings and deal with this new awareness. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like a divorce. People who are on the verge of the divorce, who have been divorced, and they want to reconciliate. So you need some advice. You need some advice, and we can help give that advice straight out of the Bible. And that advice will lead to reconciliation and redemption. The reunited kingdom, which equals a world of peace and a world of brotherhood and a world of understanding and a world of tolerance.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Feld. Thank you very much for that fascinating account. And for those of you who would like to read the book, go to Amazon.com. There, those who are familiar with Amazon.com, you can take a peek into the book, you can read reviews on the book, and also, for those who want to, you can buy the book. And anybody who would like to hear more about Kolator, also you can go to the Kolator website for more information.